Hi, this is Eugene coming at you from Beechwood Drive in East York. Beechwood is one of the accesses to the Don Valley, so we're going to go down into a former industrial area that's been naturalized into parkland over the years and check it out. I first came to this area when I was attending a bunch of nature walks that were put on by the Toronto District School Board and being led by the late naturalist Miles Hearn. Miles spent a lot of time around this area and knew it really intimately. So this was always a really good walk for us. We look up, we see some of the changing colors. People have been telling me that the fall colors this year are either late or just not going to be as spectacular as in some other years. Is that true? Maybe it's just because we've had a warm September. People are thinking that. Don't know. Off to the right here, a little ways, the Toronto Police Force have a dog training school. Don't think there's any access in around there to see what they're up to. So we're approaching the Don River here. We'll get a good look this way. There might be some salmon up in the river now. If I see any, I'll see if I can get any on film, but no promises on that. It looks like they've taken out some invasives in here, which is something that's being done more and more in the Toronto parks as they try to naturalize them with native plants as much as possible. So there's a level crossing here. I don't know what trains use this. I've never seen a train here when I was here, but that doesn't mean they don't come through. Maybe it's even GO trains. Don't know. Oh, yes, there are some salmon and big salmon in the river. Oh my goodness gracious. Can we see them? Let's see if I can get some of these salmon on film. Wow, there's a couple of bruisers, aren't there? So if you're in the city and you want to feel like you're in the country, get out for a nice walk on a trail, this part of the Don Valley is an excellent place to do it. It's well naturalized here now. So there's some kind of house here. What's it for? I wonder if they're gonna, there's two of them. Is it for bats or hawks or owls? I don't know. I'm thinking bats because it just has that slot. Let's just have a look at this one a little closer. What do you think? Is that for bats, to attract bats? Somebody out there must know. Let me know in the comments, please. By the way, I appreciate your comments. And this walk is actually a viewer suggestion. one of our viewers suggested I check out the Don Valley, since I've also walked in the Humber Valley, which is the other major river in the Toronto area. So I came out here. It's one of my favorite accesses of the Don. It's another one of these structures out here. And once again, the only entrance is a little slot. Okay, where's this trail going to take me? Okay, there's a trail along this fenced area. It must go to the river. Let's check it out. I've always loved rivers, you know, since as long as I can remember. Ramblin' Jack Elliott sings, "Do you ever get a shiver just because you're looking at a river?" I do. Oh, here's one of these slabs. We're on it now, and you can see a couple more. And the river runs quite shallow back in there. The salmon that you see, those were really big ones. They were probably Chinook or king salmon. There's also coho salmon, and neither of them are native. They're both western salmons. And they've been stocked here to bolster the sport fishing industry in Lake Ontario. Oh, there is a big old salmon in there. Oh my goodness. Can we get it on film? Look at him. What a giant, huh? Wow. Let's walk on. Maybe we'll see more. I don't know. This path seems to be less and less of a path. You know, I think I'm going to go back to the main path and see where it takes me, because it's getting hard to walk in here. Geez, it's lovely here, you know. It's really nice. I've hardly seen any people. A couple dog walkers. Oh, what do we have there? Is that a bluebird? I think that's an eastern bluebird just flew by. Maybe I got it on video and we'll get a better look, but that's what it looked like to me. I'm going to be careful I don't trip. The last thing I need to do is come and sprain an ankle or break my leg. Oh, I see the graffiti people have been up here. Or is that the city people covering the graffiti people with the graffiti people covering the city people's paint? I don't know. I could tell you the last time I was here, there was none of this. See if I can safely get back down. So we've circled around the fenced songbird area, and we're on the path on the other side of it now. Now that I look up here, I see that there is in fact a picture of a bat on this. So they are bat houses. Confirmed. Crossing the river here, Don River. Can we see any more salmon in here? I don't know. It looks fairly deep. They could be in here, but it's very difficult to see from this side. Let's have a look on the other side. No love. The world is yours. Never stop dreaming. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So we got signs up ahead. They're doing something up here, whatever it is. Okay, there's a trail closure here starting September to March, 4 years. So that's the trails above. And they're going to put the Ontario Line subway construction up through there. So we're going to lose part of Cruther's Woods through here. That's a shame. So there's been a lot of, this trail has been washed out by erosion. We're going to go up there in a minute, but this other trail that swings down by the river, let's have a look at that first. It seems a little rough, but it's walkable. When it stops being walkable, Old Reliable here will turn around. You know, when I was a kid, my dad and my brother were big fishermen. And of course, I was so excited as soon as I was old enough to go fishing with them. I love that. Because, well, you know, you're with your dad and your big brother and doing this mysterious activity, trying to catch fish out of a river. We used to drive up the highway. My dad had this old station wagon, and he knew 2 speeds at that time. Speeds were like off and 80 miles an hour, or whatever that is in kilometers per hour. It was fast. Is that 130 kilometers per hour? My dad and my brother used to sing. And their favorite song was the Hank Snow version of The Wreck of the Old 97. And we'd be roaring up the highway to our favorite fishing spots, and my dad and my brother would be in the front seats, and they knew all the words. They would sing them all, and I would be in the back trying to sing along, and none of us could carry a tune particularly well. It looks like cyclists have some kind of cycling path they've worked up here. Is that what's going on? Kind of looks like it to me, like they made a track and there's berms. It's not too many big old trees. Like this crack willow here. This must have been going on when some of the industry was here. I don't know how fast these trees grow, but that's a pretty darn big tree. There's some blue jays around us, but and some grackles, but they're not in places where I can very easily film them. So let's continue along this trail. I wonder who made the little mountain bike trail there. Must have been the city, but I don't see any signs for it. It's very informal. There's a lookout up here, but it's looking a little shaky to me. So I think I'm not going to go up on it. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. Safety first. There's still some asters here. I think these are New England asters. It's nice to see them still blooming. To those of you who come by my videos and watch them on a regular basis, just want to take a minute to thank you for joining me on these walks. Remember, I'd like to know what you'd like to see, so leave me comments. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be back at you one day soon from somewhere in the beautiful city of Toronto.